That is kind of yeah.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
किस पर
here.
फोन आया? Oh, you
Oh,
know,
don't you start grandstanding about moral. Don't forget what he did to us the last time
skeptic.
around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
हाँ इस बार अलग है, इस बार मजनू नहीं है.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two
Upward.
very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
बोल क्या बोलेगा अपने sense में?
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Being on time rewind?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
No, अगर हर बार हम लोग के मरने के बाद princess change होती है, so we can say that it's not time rewind, it's world hopping. Yeah, yes, हो सकता है. Plan करके आओ.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
What do you think happened after you died?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
मेरा भी एक डाउट है. हम लोग इस वर्ल्ड में अभी तक एक भी चीज नहीं देखे हैं ट्रीज और प्रिंसेस के अलावा जो अलाइव है. ना ही एक चिड़िया, ना ही एक एनिमल, ना ही एक आदमी, कुछ भी नहीं देखे हम. सो फॉर ऑल वी नो हम लोग एक वर्ल्ड में जहाँ पे हम लोग और बस प्रिंसेस है, वही वर्ल्ड है.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about
Just
this
be quick
princess.
about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I left. All she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in that basement? What is this
people
place.
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Let
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
कोई और भी ट्राई किया है उसको मारने का?
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Special. Why are we special? वो बता.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
You are being cagey. What are you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I want my job to become more difficult. बता क्या छुपा रहा है?
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
अगर उसके बारे में नहीं बता सकता तो मेरे बारे में बताओ. Why am I special? Okay, ये भी कर ही लेते हैं.
Can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, it's fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
Anything, भाई. कुछ भी नहीं पता है.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Oh, something new. Check your pockets. देखते क्या?
Put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Hey, something new, भाई. ये पहले हम लोगों को कभी भी पहले नहीं मिला.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
हाँ, हम लोग का सिग्नेचर कहाँ है बे?
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
फिंगरप्रिंट भी नहीं है हम लोग का. कुछ तो ऑथेंटिकेशन होना चाहिए ना. Some method of authentication. कुछ भी नहीं. कोई आदमी ही नहीं है जो कोई आदमी भी नहीं जो बोलेगा. सिर्फ नरेटर है.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
My God, man, पता वही बोलेगा नहीं.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink को मतलब वही आँख मारना.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Go in. तो कुछ नया नहीं है.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
अच्छा लग रहा है
Her
बस.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
तो नहीं लग रहा हमको.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
bhai
eyes with the
sahab.
princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
स्पार गजब का इसको चेन करके रखा है भाई. पैर को छोड़ के सब जगह जंजीर बांध दिया है.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
तो इसका भी सही है.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her, stay the princess. Okay, sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Time for the talking. My intentions, what do you mean? Okay. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that this time?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay. Why we are not the only one special?
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Don't know इसका कौन सा बात पे trust करे अब भाई?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Oh my god.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
You are also not the first version, bro. I think you are the fourth version of the hero.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
को लगता है हम लोग इसको जितना पावरफुल समझते हैं ये उतना पावरफुल बन जाती है.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Okay, what do you mean by that? हम लोग का intention से मतलब क्या चाहते हो तुम?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Oh, इसका भी world reset हो गया हम लोग मारने के बाद.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
देखना चाहते हैं ये कैसे free होगी?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
I want to see कैसे ये escape
She
करेगी?
certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
बात तो इसका भी सही है.
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Okay, ABCD ये बता दिया है हम लोग को.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That other chain in the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Expect the shackle? Huh. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give you the knife.
Slide it over.
देखते हैं कैसे निकालूं.
Absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, you've already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little? I think you got your point across. Fine.
कहते नरेटर को भी धमका दिए.
You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
Look away. Look away. You're watching in silence. Look away, bhai.
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone.
आप लोग imagine कर लीजिएगा.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. How would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching. And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it.
ये God of War वाला सीन हो जाएगा क्या? मिमिर या फिर हीलियोस वाला?
I think you can open your eyes now. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
हाँ.
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward. Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
हाँ, सच में move
She
किया.
didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Apple.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
इसका आवाज धीरे-धीरे
over?
गायब.
Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Beep.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Back to the void.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. इसको बता दे रहे हैं आप लोग भी ध्यान दीजिए.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Gaze into your reflection. इस बार तो चलो हो क्या? You are nothing at all. इस बार तो हम लोग को कुछ रिफ्लेक्शन ही नहीं आया. वो एक कौवा. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. As you
I think you know what I am.
Oh, narrator! He's spreading the image in the closet too. So narrator is कौवा है. So you're the narrator. Oh, ये narrator है. I was wondering if I'd ever get this.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
गायब हो रहा है धीरे धीरे. You said, okay. I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of okay? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something
No,
else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Yes. Like seriously. Okay. You made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Damn. हम लोग का माउस भी चेंज हुआ है. अभी हम देख रहे कौवा बन गया है. A god, I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
Every time versions of you, I've met you many times. Are you a god or were you a god? Yes.
In life I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something. So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
So it's हम लोग का गलती नहीं है कि दुनिया खत्म होने वाला है. दुनिया खत्म होने वाला ही था. ये नेचुरल ऑर्डर ऑफ थिंग्स को ब्रेक कर रहा था. ये हम लोग नहीं, हम लोग यही बनाया दोनों को, हम लोग को भी और उसको भी. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
और तुम बोलता है कि तुम मॉर्टल है भाई, मल्टीवर्सल क्लास कॉन्स्ट्रक्ट बना रहे हो तुम.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this, Hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Okay. Rid the world of death and suffering. तो क्या प्रिंसेस को मारने के बाद दुनिया में सब कोई इमॉर्टल बन जाएगा? काइंड ऑफ अनडेड भी बन जाएगा? वर्ल्ड इटसेल्फ हेल बन जाएगा जहां पे कोई कभी मर नहीं सकता? नेचुरल ऑर्डर, डेथ तो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है ना नेचुरल ऑर्डर का. So slay her and rid the world of death and suffering. That is, I don't think we should do that. So everything okay? हम लोग बस दो चांसेस है पूछने का. हम लोग उसको देखते हैं. अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. ओके. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But death is what gives life meaning. अगर सब कोई का लाइफ में डेथ ही ना हो तो हमको नहीं लगता वो लोग लाइफ को चेंज भी करेगा. कितना डिस्टॉर्टेड बन जाएगा वर्ल्ड. ओके. I think you're okay. I'm not going to slay her, and I want to know you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. मतलब ये जो भी हम लोग स्क्रीन में ब्लैक देख रहे हैं ये सब हम ही लोग हैं. Proceed to the cabin one last time. ये जो देख रहे हैं ये हम लोग हैं भाई. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, कुछ हो रहा है. क्या हो गया?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
बाप रे, ये तो कुछ लवक्राफ्टियन कॉर्ड बन गई है भाई. Oh no, I don't think I should use that option. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Okay, we are the passive player. I don't know whether it's ये compliment है कि दरियारी है, ये satire है.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. Do you have a scene out of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. ये हम पूछते. There are so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
तो लग रहा है हम जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे ऐसा यही जवाब देगी घुमा फिरा के. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of faith? ये तो कुछ है नहीं, कुछ वही जवाब दे देगी घुमा फिरा के, कुछ ऐसा ही इसी फैशन का. There has to be another. Okay, destroying वाला है ये. Slay the princess. No. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Yeah.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Yourself. By the way, हम लोग इसको इसीलिए नहीं माने जो लोग को समझे नहीं, क्योंकि ये एक तरह से डेथ को रिप्रेजेंट करती है और इसको मारने से दुनिया में डेथ खत्म हो जाएगा. आप इमेजिन कर सकते हैं तो एक दुनिया जिसमें डेथ ही ना हो, तो समझ जाइए आपको क्यों नहीं मारे हम लोग इसको. ओके, प्रोसीडिंग. Call into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensation and glimpse you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the grasp of a monster pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
हम लोग लगता है ड्रैगन है. All at once the unyielding tension breaks. Oh, color! You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. And she stepped forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. गेम तो अच्छा था। तो आप लोग जरूर बताइएगा आपको कैसा लगा, और आप चाहते हैं हम लोग ऐसा और भी गेम्स खेले तो जरूर कमेंट कीजिएगा, और अपने गेम्स के सजेशन कमेंट कीजिएगा। हम लोग ये सब गेम खेलने का ट्राई करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस, सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम।